It's not far-fetched calling Kenya the country with probably the highest number of tourist visits in the whole of Africa. Kenya is blessed with a wide variety of wildlife, and if you wish to have a nice view of the African safari, Kenya is also the right place to visit. Let us take you on a tour of the top 10 places you need to visit in Kenya. First on the list is Malindi. This memorable site, located on the Kenyan coast of Mombasa, has a part that is an ancient old town and another part that is a contemporary destination for tourists. Malindi buzzes with cultures and cuisines due to its strong root in commercialization. Malindi gets a lot of visitors from Europe who come to relax on Watamu's beautiful beaches and dive into the coral reefs of the Malindi and Watamu Marine National Parks. You can never go wrong with a relaxing day on Malindi Beach. The old town of Malindi goes way back to the 12th century. The old town has its roots in Swahili history. Notable features are the Jami Mosque, 2 14th century pillar tombs, and the Church of St. Francis Xavier, one of East Africa's oldest churches. At number 9, Tsavo National Park. Welcome to Kenya's biggest park, the Tsavo National Park. The Tsavo National Park is divided into 2 sections, the Tsavo West and Tsavo East. This national park covers 4% of Kenya's total landmass. The magnificent national park includes rivers, waterfalls, a savanna, volcanic hills, a large lava rock plateau, and a diverse range of animals. Tsavo East, known for its photogenic and beautiful view of big elephant herds, is located halfway between Nairobi and Mombasa. Another interesting feature is the palm-fringed Galida River, which flows through the park, giving a great view of the wildlife and an interesting feature in contrast to the massive dry plains. This national park also houses the Yatta Plateau, the world's longest lava flow, Mudanda Rock, and Lugard's Falls. Next up, Mount Kenya National Park. The UNESCO World Heritage Site, Mount Kenya National Park, is located in the Central Highlands and eastwards of the Great Rift Valley. One of the standout features of this amazing national park is the uncommon sight of tropical snow at 5,199 meters. Mount Kenya is the second highest mountain in Africa. The Mount Kenya National Park houses the country's eponymous highest peak. Mount Kenya comprises 3 glacier-covered summits created by a succession of volcanic eruptions. The highest peak is called Batian, while the second highest peak is called Nelion. Nelion, in contrast to Batian, is more strenuous and difficult to reach. However, the lowest peak or summit, Lenana, is considered the easiest and simplest to reach, provided that the weather is favourable. You might want to bring your camera on you with this one, because the astonishing environment includes lakes, glaciers, mineral springs, alpine woodlands, and dense bamboo pockets. Animals at the Mount Kenya National Park include black and white Columbus monkeys, buffaloes, leopards, hyenas, and many other animals. The fun is just getting started at Olpejeta Conservancy. Located 200 kilometers north of Nairobi, near Mount Kenya National Park, is the beautiful wildlife called Olpejeta Conservancy. If you're a fan of wildlife, then you do not want to miss the experience at Olpejeta Conservancy, as you get to see different kinds of wildlife animals such as lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, buffaloes, cheetahs, zebras, hyenas, and other species of animals. This 90,000-acre private game reserve also stands out because of the snow-capped Mount Kenya view in its background. Special features of this magnificent game reserve are the northern and southern rhinos and Baraka, a black blind rhino. If you get lucky, you might have the opportunity to feed Baraka. You can either choose to go on a self-drive or a guided excursion in order to experience the world of nature and wildlife at the Olpejeta Conservancy. Another place you can visit here is the Chimp Sanctuary. Visitors are welcome during the day, and in cases where you tourists decide to stay over to experience more of the wildlife and wilderness, there are accommodations like bush camps and safari cottages, and a colonial ranch home where you can rest your head for the night. Nairobi National Park. The Nairobi National Park is just a 15-minute drive from the centre of Kenya's capital city of Nairobi. At Nairobi National Park, you get to experience the safari wildlife. If you found yourself in Nairobi, one of the exciting things you can do is visit this park rich in wildlife. If you can't make it to the larger game reserves, Nairobi National Park will give you the safari wildlife satisfaction you need. Animals present at the park include buffaloes, leopards, zebras, wildebeests, hippos, elephants, and cheetahs. In the park is the Rhino Sanctuary, which houses some of the world's most endangered species. Taking a walk through the safari will give you the pleasing satisfaction of the wildlife. If you're a bird watcher, you'll be pleased to hear that there are over 400 different species of birds at the Nairobi National Park, including the grey-crowned crane. For number 5, Masai Mara National Reserve. Masai Mara Reserve is one of the most beautiful wildlife reserves in Africa. The northern extension of the Serengeti creates a wildlife boundary between Kenya and Tanzania. The National Reserve is named after the statuesque red-cloaked Maasai tribe. This Maasai tribe resides in the park, and there are also cattle grazers. The Masai Mara National Reserve is known for great migration from July to October, where millions of animals such as zebras, wildebeests, and Thompson's gazelles migrate to and from the Serengeti. The banks of the Mara River also swarm with crocodiles. Its high population of lions and other predators such as leopards and cheetahs make the reserve a great place to go for predator sightings. To get a good view of these predator sightings, you might want to visit during the dry month of December through February. Next, Hell's Gate National Park. Being one of Kenya's few parks where visitors get the opportunity to camp, Hell's Gate National Park is a very popular tourist attraction in Kenya. Visitors at this national park get the opportunity to choose whether to walk around or take a bicycle to explore the magnificent view and features of the park. Hell's Gate houses 2 volcanoes that are now extinct. Other notable features are the red cliffs of Hell's Gate Gorge, obsidian caves, and Fishertown. Hell's Gate provides you with the opportunity to climb and walk. You also get to experience hot springs and natural geysers coming out through the Earth's crust. The Adventurers Park houses animals such as leopards, baboons, and earth beasts. It also houses ostriches, gazelles, and more than 100 species of birds. Nesting sites for eagles and vultures are also available at the park. Within the park is the Allure Korea Maasai Culture Center, where you will be entertained by Maasai singing, dance, and jewelry making performances. And number 3, we have Lake Nakuru National Park. Housing Africa's largest Euphorbia candelabrum forest, Lake Nakuru National Park is one of the Rift Valley soda lakes located in central Kenya. The soda lake spans about a third of the park's territory. The park is widely known for its large flocks of pink flamingos and various kinds of birds. Lake Nakuru National Park has a wide range of animals such as lions, leopards, warthogs, pythons, and white rhinos. The park environment is widely covered with grasslands with steep lakes and forests. Amboseli National Reserve. Crowning the Amboseli National Reserve is the tallest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. This national reserve is one of the most frequently visited sites by tourists. The word Amboseli was derived from the Maasai phrase that means salty dust, which accurately describes the dry environment in the reserve. Considered one of the biggest sites in Africa, the Amboseli National Reserve houses big herds of elephants, lions, cheetahs, giraffes, impala, waterbuck, gazelle, and more than 600 various species of birds. The ecosystems visitors experience at this reserve includes the dried-up bed of Lake Amboseli, wetlands with sulfur springs, savanna, and forests. You can also look for the Maasai people who live within the park. Sitting at the top of this list is Lamu Island. The northeast of Mombasa is a small island called Lamu. The Old Town of Lamu is one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites that has been continually inhabited since the 12th century. One of the soothing things you can do here is take a stroll around the winding lanes. A view of the structures in Lamu gives a deep insight into their illustrious past with unique architectural elements from the Arab world, Europe, and India incorporated in a Swahili style. They have wooden doors with intricate carvings, coral stone structures, secret courtyards, verandas, and rooftop patios, which give you the feeling of going back in time. There is barely or no sight of motorbikes or cars on streets as people move on donkeys. Movement in and out of Lamu is also done through the port. The majority of Lamu residents are Muslims, and both their men and women are clothed in traditional wear. The Lamu Museum comprises different nuggets of the Swahili culture and the naval history of the region. They also have the Donkey Sanctuary, which is also one of Lamu's top attractions. It is without a doubt that Kenya is rich in wildlife and culture, and these exciting experiences have often drawn tourists to this African country. Visit these exciting places and you'll be happy you did. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more content. We love you and stay safe.